Welcome to the NEPA Scene Podcast. We're coming to you live from the Accelerator Building in downtown Wilkes-Barre. I'm Rich Howells. I'm the founder and editor of NEPA Scene, and tonight we're here with Anthony Smith, the owner and chocolatier of MadTwistedHatter's infused Emporium that makes hemp-fused snacks that smack, as well as John Kasper and John Frye, his two friends, who are also named John, are helping him organize the first ever Mad Twisted Music Festival on Saturday, August 27th at Room 221 in Dickson City. So we're here to talk about Delta-8 THC and the science that goes into products like gummies, chocolate bars, cookies, and more, facts and misconceptions about cannabis, starting up and maintaining this small business in Northeast PA, legalities and government regulations, putting together an all-day music festival with a variety of local artists, and much, much more. So we have so much to talk about. We would love for you to participate in the conversation down in the comments below. So if you have questions, if you have just thoughts about these guys and their beautiful T-shirts that they're wearing tonight, anything that you want to talk about tonight, leave that down below, and we will get to them in just a bit. And will we be high on information or hemp-infused THC snacks? That is for us to know and for you to decide. So you can feel free to
Put it right in the comments.
yeah just pick out which one you think is the highest right now.
I love you, Mom.
Oh, my grandma's watching.
So before we get to that, we just want to plug our sponsors quick. Special Guest is a talent booking marketplace that makes it easier for talented people to get discovered and booked. It was founded in 2017 by actor-comedian Damon Wayans Jr., along with local entrepreneur Chris Jones. You can check them out at specialguestapp.com or download the app on iTunes or Google Play. Now, they also launched merchbooth.com, which is a free program to help talent and talent professionals create and sell merch online and in person at events. I'm sure John could tell us a little bit more about that, Mr. Frye.
Hi, we're merchbooth.com. Honestly, we are busy. We are doing good. I'm wearing some Merch Booth merch right now. Mellifluous, Mafufaloo, I call him. Mellifluous tiger design t-shirt right here. These are new, but merchbooth.com, it is a free for any band to use on-demand printing site for t-shirts, hoodies, all that kind of stuff. It's merchbooth.com. If you want to sign up to sell shirts or for your band, or if you're a comedian or anything, honestly, any type of entertainer, go to merchbooth.com, hit sell on Merch Booth, and then hit the survey. It says click here. Nailed it. Nailed it. Guys, took me weeks to do that. Thanks, Rich.
You're very welcome. And we also want to talk about Parlor Beverages quick. They provided us with some root beer tonight. The best fucking root beer out there right now.
Some great root beer.
So they have root beer, birch beer, and butterscotch. And you can get these at local grocery stores like Garrity's as well as online. If you want some shipped to you directly, you can go to drinkparlor.com and use the promo code NEPA Scene for 10% off. And you guys have had these before?
Yeah, they're really good. They're really, really good. I like the butterscotch a lot. It's probably my favorite soda.
I don't support them because I don't like John Phillips.
You are going to be fired. Fired.
Shut it down.
We're starting off real good.
I can't wait till I lose all the sponsors we got, Rich. That's promo code NEPA Scene at Parlor Root Beer. drinkparlor.com. No, their root beer is the best. It's all we have to drink here, literally, in this whole building. So
yeah,
it runs through my veins, dude.
Yeah, I mean, these poor kids in the back are dehydrated. They ask for water. We're like, no.
Yeah,
only Parlor on tap. That is it.
Everyone's like, that's a funny story.
And drink the root
that's
beer.
A funny story. It's like, no, that just happened. That just happened just now. Yeah. So, drink more root beer. Drink more fucking root beer.
Yes. So let's get into what we're here to talk about. Anthony, tell us about MadTwistedHatter's Infused Emporium. How did it come about? When and how did you get started with that?
So it started in like September 4th, 2019.
That's a dead-on date.
Yeah. I started all like the becoming like
he has like the little footprint.
everybody. Yeah. Well, it was like you should go legal with this. It's like
Yeah.
it's a legal pathway with the Delta 8. I tried it, and I was like, wow, this stuff is like really potent. I was like, really, really potent. I'm like, I could just do this and be legal and not have to worry about anything. Like, cause like I like edibles. I like the way they help me sleep. You know what I mean? I tried the whole thing. I originally started making them because I have a friend who took seizures like growing up. It was like a big thing. So we started playing with cooking pot. I originally cooked weed with a convection oven that I ran an extension cord in between the houses underneath the porch. And it was
Sounds
like,
very safe.
yeah, it was horribly
We have
dangerous,
started from
horribly
below
dangerous.
the bottom.
Yeah, it was rough.
Was it an easy bake oven as well?
No, it was a legit convection.
It had a bell,
Yeah,
okay?
it dinged hardcore, but like it would stink up the whole like backyard and everything. And I had no clue what I was doing. And then we eventually learned different temperatures that brought different things, and then like the cannabidiols that we're looking for weren't necessarily the ones that were getting you high. You know what I mean? So then we discovered like the actual like magic of weed. Like it actually helps besides getting you stoned. You know what I mean? Then
Right. Yeah,
But, like-
there's other benefits to
yeah,
it.
like so it's like with the epilepsy, like it actually the seizures lessen. So like and nowadays with all these concentrates and isolates and stuff, you can get the exact cannabidiol you need, you know, and the combination you need and stuff. So now playing with that and like and beautiful chocolate or gummies and stuff, it's like it's wonderful.
They're
honestly.
recipes now, man.
Yeah, it's like true recipes that are.
The funny thing is,
Yeah.
Anthony back in the day would make his edibles and like wrath them real nice and put a little bow
Mostly
on it. They were like
beautiful, like-
GMO free and like
They
gluten
always
free, and
were,
I'd be
like-
like, dude, no one wants that. Like,
For years,
dude.
everybody said that nobody wants
It
that.
got to the point where he's like, I got to raise prices because of packaging, and I'm like, what are we doing?
Like, but it's beautiful. It's
Yeah.
the idea.
But
To have
then
a
like
quality
this
of
stuff
product.
came, and it was like you were fully prepared for it.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I can just do this legally?
Yeah, I gone done
cool.
to this. Yeah.
Then I went ham. You know what I mean?
Now we have a music festival.
Yeah, now I'm music festival. But yeah, that's kind of how it started. You know what I mean? And like pushed on. My girlfriend's the ones that's like, you know, you should honestly just go into a legal market with it because I like really like flavor. It's not even about the intoxicant at this point. That stuff's just like it's easy at this point. You know, I've been doing it for so long, but the it all tastes so damn good. Like there's a real difference. Like the chocolate is killer. It's like a combination of 9 different types of chocolate. Like
Wow.
it's like I've been searching for this chocolate recipe for almost like 6 years. So
I
it's like it literally melts in your mouth.
I
It's
just eat the
unbelievable.
chocolate. Like he just makes me the chocolate.
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
what I
best
mean.
chocolate.
Yeah,
Like that's
I
when
make batches of just my chocolate, just
Yeah.
because like
the Willy
Just
Wonka
tastes-
name you called him on that post.
The
that's
Willy
the
Wonka.
only way I'll let him get away with that. Because his chocolate's good as hell. They could make a movie about him too. So
yeah, it is really
yeah.
good.
fuck
So
Johnny
it's like
Depp.
the whole idea is like making sure the flavor is there before. Like anybody could get you stoned.
Right.
Really, at this point. So, but you want to taste good and not too,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably go over the square right now and, you know.
Oh,
find
you could
somebody
definitely
to
go over to the square right now and
now,
somebody
like,
get you something.
Yeah.
I would not do that.
It's not
I
this
don't
stuff,
recommend
though.
I'm a
it.
pretty
Don't do it.
dangerous guy, and I would never.
We're steering you away from that into
I was at the
That's
farmer's
why we
legal
have the
means.
legal market.
I
You
was
don't
at
have
the
to search
farmer's
around.
market
And
last week.
My
It was
biggest thing
dangerous.
was to set a level. So like everybody's like, oh, I don't want to eat edibles. Last time I did, they have a horror story. Because somebody handed them some random thing that was way too strong, and they had no idea. They ate the whole thing. Game over.
They're called
You know what I
that.
mean? But now you have an idea of what you should eat. You know what I mean? Rather than just going into a whole 250 milligrams, you should start out at like a 25 milligram, like a normal dose. But how do you know that when you're eating Joe Schmoes off the street?
Right.
So like that's how I love the
That's where it
regulated
comes.
legal market.
That's where it comes down to like that old school approach where like your mom would think it's a bad thing because it's just in a plastic bag. Like now
So,
it has
but
an
I've always
ingredients
done that
list
too,
on
though.
there. You
I've-
know, like
you've
you've always
known
presented
what
it.
my
Yeah.
it was this amount of milligrams. Like this is the safe zone. This is where it's not. If you want to go wild, go wild. But I'm telling you, beyond this point, it's going wild.
It's just going wow.
So yeah. Just
Now, is this like a trial and error sort of thing for you to get these exactly right where you want them?
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been making edibles for 17 years.
Yeah, it's 20 years.
17 or 18 years. So, you know,
Plastic bag shit, man.
yeah, quite a while. So yeah, now that it's like, now I mean, when it like, so if you pull up like, if somebody wants like a dark chocolate or something like specific, I already have like 55 recipes in my head that are like, what are we mixing it with? You know what I mean?
Okay.
What are you eating it with? Like, where are you going with it? What are you doing? How can we make it? So that's like more of the scenario. So yeah.
Well, you brought some of your lovely products, so let's talk about some of them. What have you brought here?
So I like most popular ones these days. I have like sour gummies, which are just like a standard like assorted gummy flavors. But like these are my favorite, the nano emulsified, which is actually a so it's like they use a giant blender, but a sound blender. Closest thing to relate it to is like a sonic toothbrush.
Oh.
And they do that with the THC, and it breaks it down to like the most humanly absorbable particle. So rather than like, do you know how when you eat edibles, it takes very long to kick in and slowly, and it actually, when it hits your blood, it turns into a hydrocarbon, more like carbon monoxide, and won't release. So that's why you get higher and higher and higher. You wake up stoned the next day. So with the nano, it goes through, and it goes right to your liver rather, and it's already broken down. So it doesn't take that time. So it's more like a glass of wine rather than.
Okay.
It's like edibles for people that got shit to do. that's really like, come on.
That is a great way to put it.
Yeah, it comes on like 15 minutes and you have
That's
2
the
hours of it.
tagline.
It's awesome. So, if you want another 2 hours, go ahead. If you don't, then you don't. You know? I mean, I find that I have a lot of shit to do these days. You know?
It also opened up like other options for you to make other types of products too.
Oh, absolutely.
So like now it's
the
actually
lotions,
like
too.
so yeah, like with that lotion, like
it's
now
the
it's to the
same-
touch. You can actually put a cream on that is giving you instant effect.
Which is from
And
the
not-
nano emulsification.
Yeah, so like that, consider that like stuff he has there. It's
Yeah.
kind of like what you would consider icy hot, but it doesn't stink. And it's weed.
Yeah.
So like it's the coolest thing ever. When he made that and he told me about this, all those big words he just said there, I was like, that's like a big deal. Like that's, if you could go to a doctor and say this is that Tylenol of cream and it doesn't smell like whatever Bengay does, like that's a powerful tool there. And his smell like beautiful spearmint and shit. Like, and have pretty like I love that casing for that. It looks like an iPod case
Well,
or
just
AirPod
like the
case.
fact that it also doesn't get you high.
Yeah.
The lotion itself doesn't get you high. It's more of a local area anesthetic. It's like I compare it to like, you know, when you're going running and you get the runner's high.
Yeah.
Like your legs, you feel it, then you don't. It's like adding that without actually running. You know what I mean? So you get like, it just numbs without taking away, it takes away pain without numbing. With the whole like, it just activates your cannabidiols that are naturally there. You know what I mean?
Science.
John, you're a runner, so you could just skip all that and just.
Thought you pointed
Just
at
go
me.
time. You're not.
Which runner are we talking about?
Yeah, I put the topical on my knees and it helps a lot for real. Yeah,
I don't have to
it
use the
blends it.
topical because I don't run.
Word.
Word.
Yeah, and then I mean, like I
We're
said,
hitting.
I already
We can
talked
hit.
about my chocolate.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
it's literally my favorite thing. Man. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, I add any medicine, I always make a batch, like of just chocolate, so I can mow it down.
He tests it on us. He tests everything on us. So.
Yeah, I mean, if they want, like, it's just. Yeah, but I have enough people that are willing to.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
try it. Like,
Dude,
are
if
you
you need
sure
me,
this
dude.
doesn't have anything in it?
Yeah.
I'd usually just whack John.
It's
with
crazy
fully
though,
dosed.
Rich, like how much science is into it now. I said like once weed got legalized and like state by state, the science of it all is moving so much faster than it did before this, just because like we're allowed to work with it. Like we don't have to hide in a basement now.
Yeah, when did that start in Pennsylvania?
So that was 2018 with the hemp bill.
Okay.
So they accidentally legalized THC and all
Shout out
reality. Like, yo, my bad.
Yeah.
But it's because it's hemp derived. It's completely hemp derived THC. There's no I use natural hemp derived. I mean, you could get synthetic there's like acetates like THCO and stuff like that are synthetic. You know what I mean? But I mean, I try to stick with the most natural version of it. And it's just completely from hemp. I actually get it from Best Damn Buds, which is all local Homesdale, so it's not really far.
They're a sponsor too, right?
Yeah, they're a sponsor of the Music Fest. They're cool
God.
friends of mine. They're awesome. They provide a really quality product. It's always tested, super amazing. And I always know exactly what I'm getting with them, which is super cool these days. Like back in the day, you know what I mean? You'd have to know the person that grew the pot to know what was in your
Yeah.
your
Right.
stuff.
To even trust the name or
Well,
like,
just to know what's in you, just in general, to know what's in it.
Yeah.
Like, just like the chemicals that they grew it with, like at that point, it's really important. Did they flush it? Are you going to feed somebody something that's nasty? Because
Right.
once you cook with it, you're really pulling out all this, you know what I mean? Like when you like say if back in the day you're making it into butter and oil, you were seeping it for a super long time. So all those chemicals that were in there, it seeped right into your oil. So nowadays, knowing exactly what's in it is really beautiful. It's like really comforting comparatively, you know?
So were you kind of a science nerd before you got into this kind of stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what I originally went to Misericordia for was...
Really?
Like, yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, for chemical engineering,
You
the
lived
chemicals
there. Yeah.
engineered me.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would say that for sure.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
just found that this was fun.
Anthony
More fun.
stayed on my couch for 2 years and just was our buffer for my landlord when he would come yell at us. He'd walk in and just fucking flip out on Anthony and then leave, and we would be like hiding in our room.
Be hallucinating the
It was our
time.
roommate.
Hallucinating the
Yeah,
entire time. Like,
Yeah, he'd be all over the
I'm like, yo,
world.
so-
Yeah.
that dude came and yelled at me again. Like,
Yeah.
did you think
It was our roommate's dad. It was like we were getting yelled at by our parents.
Oh, absolutely.
He's like, if I come here and that fucking toilet's clogged again.
I don't even live here.
Yeah, we had a toilet. Someone would come to our house every day and like clog our toilet, like just fucking. With
That was
us.
their one job.
No, it was like
It wasn't someone that lived
one of the sports girls.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
they come and just do it on
Yeah,
purpose?
dude, that people would screw.
Or
dude.
one of you did it and you just don't remember.
Yeah, it was probably Joyce.
It was probably Joyce.
Yeah. It was Joyce. Guy takes big poops.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
No, now that you made it up.
Anyways, now that we talked about college poops.
So there's some people out there who are not really familiar with all this kind of stuff. So they hear words like cannabis and hemp and marijuana and weed, and they all kind of just, it's all the same thing, right? It's all THC, all that stuff. What maybe you could help kind of clarify, like what these terms are, what are actually in these things. What is the difference between like smoking a joint and eating something like this?
Yeah, well, the main difference, to start with the difference between cannabis and hemp. So cannabis is going to be anything that's above 0.09% THC, delta 9 THC, which is what, like, smoking pot, that's like what the head high, the cerebral, like, stone. And then delta 8 THC is going to be what is more of a very physical, you're very cerebral, you could talk, you could think clearly, but you're high in your body. It's more like a pain reliever aspect of it.
Okay.
So like when people think like weed, they just throw it all in one thing. But now like hemp is like honestly what you're making paper out of. It's the more useful plant.
Right.
Weed was made to get people stoned. Actually, like originally it was more of a hemp plant, and they just kind of made it really, really good so that you could get people high, but then they forgot that whole aspect of the medicinal value of it because it was trying to be turned into a drug, because then people don't want to study it
Right.
once it goes into this drug aspect. But now that we have these multi-uses for it, we get to study it now. Now we know that nobody's dying from weed, you know what I mean, at all,
Right.
any of it. Like it's not like, now that it's clean, you know what I mean? Well, if the only people that are getting sick from it is like street stuff. So
Right.
like if they like finish the legalization process, and it would
Yeah.
it's much safer for people just in general. Like all these old heads that don't want to use like crazy medicines, you know what I mean? Or can't afford crazy medicines, you know? A lot of them turn to THC as an alternative, you know what I mean?
Right.
Can't afford it for the most part. So the hemp alternative, more readily available, makes it so much easier if there's a good company that could give them a quality product that they know what they're getting every single time.
Right.
Like a lot of these gas station products, you know, they're not tested, they're not regulated, they have no idea what's going on. We actually test every one of our products out of Florida. It's the name of the company. I'm not
I
good
use
with
these pills
remembering
at the
names.
gas station sometimes.
They're right. Yeah,
You're
right
telling
next
me
to
those
the.
aren't tested?
They're right next to the gas station boner
There is a
pills.
reason
Yeah,
why
the
you are the way
boner
you
No,
are.
those
Frye.
are his.
Yeah.
But yeah, ACS Laboratories is the one we use out of Florida, and it just makes sure we test every single batch of products so that we know what we're getting. We know it's exactly the right amount of THC. You know what I mean? We know what's going on.
It's amazing how far the science has come.
Yeah,
that you're able to
unbelievable.
do
That's
that.
like, so like in the hemp market, it's more comforting. You know, if you really actually look into it.
And it makes it stronger.
scary
It makes
for
it
people that
stronger.
don't know the
Yeah,
difference.
there's the people. I think. Do you get a lot of common misconceptions
Oh, I
from
do,
people about
absolutely.
that kind of stuff?
When I
Like,
first made this lotion, my mom was freaking out. I was telling her to use it on her ankles. She was like freaking out because I let my grandma use it.
Like you said, we have
freaking out.
test
They're gonna
subjects.
get her high. They're gonna get high, and it doesn't get you high, but it just helps with the pain.
Yeah.
She loves it for her neuropathy. She rubs it on her ankles all the time, which is super cool. And it like
Man, don't
they
play
were
games
freaked
either.
out about, and she doesn't like to get high. So like the whole idea of it, she would have never have tried it, just because like it's just if it was some random thing on the street, she would have never.
Right.
You know what I mean? But because she knew it was me, that I wasn't gonna send her in the wrong path.
Right.
She tried out and she sees that you can use a THC product that doesn't. I mean, the amount that goes into your system at this point is less than 0.25 milligrams.
Okay.
Because it's only you're only rubbing a quarter size of the topical on yourself. So it will go into your bloodstream. If you put that whole thing on yourself, you'll probably get a little.
Feel a little wiggly?
There's a possibility of you getting wiggly, but
Yeah.
Ew.
but like I said, I don't really like to use CBD because it's not. I don't know personally, it's not as potent. I like the potency of the product. I know if I take 2 of those gummies, I'm gonna go to sleep later on.
Yeah, I was gonna
at
say,
night, right
like-
before I'm going to bed.
What are the kind of effects that you get from like a typical like a gummy or a
Well, like if you
chocolate?
don't use them a lot, you know what I mean. You eat a little bit, and it's a very uplifting high. But if you eat a bunch, like anything else, you're gonna be
gonna be a
stoned as the
couch.
devil and you'll be dropped to the
Right.
couch. I actually make drinks that are out of Delta 10 THC, which is like a more like a speedy, like you're very very sativa based.
Okay.
So you're like running around. It's very it initiates right before you have the fight or flight aspect. There's like the focus, and then fight or flight. It initiates the focus, and it's super cool. So like you're like running around like wild person, but still stoned. Which isn't that what we all want?
Absolutely.
in all reality.
True.
But,
He's
yeah.
right, Rich. He's right.
It is
I have to
what
agree
want.
with him there,
It
Rich.
is what I
That's what you've been secretly dreaming
Yeah,
about.
I was gonna say that, but he got it.
So, who have you found are your typical customers? What kinds of people are you meeting through this business?
It's crazy. It's
You
all,
have
it's
awesome
all over
customers.
the board. Like it's really all over the board, but it is like mainly like I'm saying like 30 to 50 crowd. Because like the key, maybe even like
That's a good
30,
demo.
45.
I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because this is for those who are 21 and over, right?
Oh, yeah,
21
yeah.
or older. But like
Right.
I feel like young kids don't really like eat edibles. They're like when they're like 21 to like
I've
to 30, they're like
Yeah.
vape pen kids. It's they grew up in a different generation.
I've seen you.
Back in my day, we used to break up with.
and it is what they are doing these days. Is
Yeah,
not-
exactly.
yeah,
Kids
it's
are
not
crazy.
Okay. It's not okay.
Yeah,
It's not okay.
kids are crazy. So it's like that really is like that. And like I do see like a few older people than that, and those ones are the ones that just want them for bulk for taking naps.
All right.
So I can't sleep, and they just eat them and fall asleep.
Would you say like CBD is a good jump point for someone who's starting?
Oh, CBD is super cool if you want zero psychoactivity.
Okay.
If you want like zero psychoactivity, like my whole idea, I'm mad twisted though. Like,
Yeah, I know you're a
don't
crazy
forget
person.
that. Don't forget about that. Like, I'm
I've
here to
seen what
help
that
you,
couch
but like,
looked like you lived on.
yeah, I'm about to get wild.
I know you're nuts. But no, that's a huge thing. People are seeing that like these edibles and stuff are becoming more and more like accepted, so they're afraid to jump in. And I always say like, then try CBD. It's not gonna like make you like crazy. It's not gonna drive you nuts. But it might not be the right thing, and THC actually is. But make sure you're not eating the whole chocolate bar, even though it tastes so good.
Yeah, first of all,
Yeah.
that is good.
Yeah, good advice by
Do
John.
not
Thank you.
Eat the whole chocolate bar. That's what everybody does right
Yeah.
off the bat. I tell them don't. And you tell them eat one piece.
That's
and
why
eat
I
the
said
whole
he shouldn't make
chocolate
his
bar.
chocolate so
Every
good.
time.
Don't make the chocolate so good.
Well,
Just
make
like Willy
a
Wonka.
s'mores out of it, man. And then you have enough,
Yeah.
Well, it's the Willy Wonka thing. You tell the kid not to do it, they're of course going to immediately
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
And these are grown ass adults.
Yeah, exactly. It
So
does,
they're way worse.
It doesn't
So they're
change.
way worse. I can do what I want. Okay.
All
But
right.
I told you, And on the back it says, eat at your own risk. Because I told
Is that real?
Because they are intoxicants. Like it does, like everybody, that's the difference. Like people think CBD and it isn't CBD. Like CBD has no psychoactivity. Very good for inflammation. Fantastic for that idea, but you need such high doses, comparatively. If you wanted like a small dose of CBD and like a small dose of THC, it could do the same thing as super, super high doses of CBD. If you want zero intoxication, take those super high doses of CBD. It won't do anything bad to you. It's all positive, you know what I mean? So there's just which realm you're trying to get into.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
CBD is not mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. I'm sure people probably mix those up all the time too.
Oh, absolutely. Well, that's why they're always like the Delta 8 is dangerous, because they have all these people going in looking for CBD gummies, and there's no regulations. Like I have all the labeling on the package that says what it is, how many milligrams. I go by the model of like what like California or what Colorado would do with the medical scenario with edibles. Why wouldn't that be the same scenario here? I mean, but the problem is there's no regulation with the Delta 8.
Okay.
In the same scenario, they'll regulate it right with the billionaires, and they'll let them sell it.
Right,
'Cause,
of
like,
course.
In Pennsylvania, the only way that they fixed the law is so that rich people could sell weed. They didn't protect anybody who smokes it. That's literally what they did. Yeah, they made billionaires able to sell weed and nobody to smoke it. You can't even smoke weed. You can vape it. You can vape it. We could put it in these tinctures and stuff, but you can't have edibles.
Well, when I Googled Delta 8 today, literally one of the first results, of course, is the FDA, and it's like, the government telling you about it, and it's like, yeah, and it was just like right away, it was like, and of course that's the first search result on fucking Google, so like, talk about propaganda.
Oh, absolutely, and it's less potent than Delta 9. The problem is they don't like that it's readily available. And they need to. I personally also think they need to put a age limit on it so they can't. Nobody could go near it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Put it behind a counter. It's problem solved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And regulate. I personally regulate my stuff, but not everybody has to.
Right.
You know what I mean? They can just put whatever into it.
So are people mostly purchasing online for your business?
Mostly online. Then I have a couple stores that sell, like the Salted Pixie sells my item, the Salted Pixie and Archibald. They're awesome. Then Near Me Yoga and Music sells my juices and gummies.
I love that place.
Me
Near me.
too.
Oh,
Me too. I really
such
do.
good food.
We just did Yoga Fest with them. That was really fun. Yeah. Chelsea's really cool. Yeah, I have a couple stores that really. I don't know many other places.
That's okay. Those are two good ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. They'll like that you said their name too.
Yeah, well, they're awesome people.
You're welcome.
They're all cool.
I should ask you too, where'd the name come from?
I've always been the Mad Twisted Hatter.
Yeah.
All of my
Me and him had matching purple coats.
Yeah, all of my everything has been Mad Twisted Hatter since forever, and I don't know. I'm just maybe the dreads, maybe the being wild.
It sounds like my AIM screen name and
the
That's what we were looking for.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
I feel like it might have been one of my
Yeah, for sure, dude.
So
You want to hear something funny? My first screen name was Frye. Okay, I made this for AOL 3.0, so I was that old.
mine was till the last line.
Whoa.
Till the last line.
That's dark. That's dark for how old were you?
I was a lot younger than you guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sheesh. My
dude.
first screen name was Fryman 420, right? Listen, why? I was a kid.
You didn't smoke weed.
I didn't smoke weed. I didn't even know what it was. 4 is my favorite number. Gary Payton's number 20. I made my screen name Fryman 420. For years, people probably thought my parents were the worst. Like, what are they doing with this kid? He's the pothead. And no, it's just my favorite number in Gary Payton. But
and Gary Payton has some dope weed too now. Worked right out. Worked right out. Cookies there, burner. First marijuana industry to be on Forbes magazine.
Yeah?
Just this recently. Yeah.
Shout out Gary Payton. My buddy dated his daughter once, but they don't date anymore. I was like, dude, you gotta close this deal. I was like,
Marry her.
bro, get this done. I need to be at that wedding. I have to talk to him. I need to. Yeah.
not to be weird about it, but Liquid Snake 84, and it had nothing to do with what you would think. It's a PlayStation game. But everybody thought I was a little creep. I didn't realize the negative connotations. I was too young.
Oh, that was your screen name?
Yeah. Liquid Snake. And then my other friend was Solid Snake. And
Really?
yeah.
So that's like, I just played Metal Gear Solid. Those games are so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so good. All right, end statement.
All right.
Making it easy for Lou tonight.
I think mine was Logan Wolf 9 because I could not find anything with Wolverine in it that wasn't already
Yeah.
taken.
I bet a bunch of people were not afraid to DM you.
I mean, obviously, you know, it was really hard to beat back all the women.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
were just constantly
Yo,
messaging me. Like,
Remember
it was
buddy icons?
So frustrating.
Remember buddy icons, the tiny little thing? And they had the
Yeah.
ones that were like sticks that you could get like Blink 182 and stuff. I want to bring back buddy icons.
All right.
Remember those?
Yeah,
Dude, I don't
Stick
remember
buddies.
things.
It popped up because he's not talking about direct
Side
message.
effects.
He's talking about instant message box, and in the
Yeah.
bottom corner there was a little you could
got-
have a little cartoon or something.
Yeah, and then profiles and shit. Yeah. Dude, the
Your
internet.
signature.
Dude, the internet. All right, continue. End statement.
Speaking
That's
of,
why our crowd is
Seacrest
30 to
out.
50. I
right.
don't even know what the hell we're talking.
Yeah, exactly.
I told you this is going to
They
get
were probably
weird.
enjoying the hell out of this, I'm sure. We did have quite a few comments, so we're
Dude, we didn't even bring up Bobby Keller yet.
Love that guy.
Love that guy.
Yeah, we haven't started whipping the chaos up.
Yeah.
Well, I brought some nerdy stuff to make you feel more comfortable.
I like
You
that.
said your top three Marvel guys were Magneto, Apocalypse, and Nightcrawler. So I tried to bring a little bit. The Apocalypse, I'm actually I've been waiting for like the right one because I'm a Marvel Legends collector. So that's like kind of my main line that I collect right now. And they're putting out a new one on a retro card in the next couple of months. Like I have the original retro Apocalypse, but I didn't want to bring that because he's like this big. You never see him on camera anyway.
Yeah, no, my little one has that. That she plays with. One of the arms is ripped off.
Oh yeah, because he's got those crappy
Yeah, they're
extending
like-
things.
yeah.
Yeah, look at
But it's like one of the arms is gone. But it's still cool to see it every once in a while come out in her like Barbies and Apocalypse. Badass.
that's awesome. Yeah.
I mean, her name is Raiden.
Oh well, yeah,
Mortal
okay.
Kombat.
He
So,
told
I
me
mean-
that when she was born. I was like, fucking yes!
Raiden wins.
I'm like, was it a boy or guy? I didn't even care. Dude, yeah. So now we're teaching her Mortal Kombat.
No,
So she's just like
She's good. She's still alive.
is she just like running and screaming across rooms all the time?
yeah, she's always something wild. She's more like a ballerina.
Shooting lightning out. of her
She's a
hand, really good shit.
ballerina. We'll get her there one day.
Yeah. Yeah, we want her. We're grooming her for Mortal Kombat.
Rooting her for Mortal Kombat.
Baby, turn this up.
Yeah, maybe we should stop. Fighting babies. Fighting babies.
So how did you guys end up putting together a music festival? Where did that idea come from?
So I got real drunk at this winery.
Yeah, we're
once,
idiots. That's why.
And one of the guys was like, you know, we should throw a music festival. And I was like, yeah. And I immediately messaged like a bunch of bands while I was there drunk.
Yeah, we should totally do that.
Horrible idea. And all of them said yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Like when I sobered up, it was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
Now I
And then,
actually
we
have to do
ended up
this.
Moving location after I planned a bunch of different stuff.
I get a text every
So now we're
morning
at
from Anthony.
221, room 221 in Dickson City. It's gonna be super awesome. We have inside, outside, all the like the parking lot and the inside.
Yeah.
And I do send John.
He sends
Prine
me a
messages.
text every morning. It's like, I don't know if I could do this. I might cancel everything. And I'm just like, don't worry, dude. Everybody has this feeling before.
every day. And then by like 2 hours later, I'm like, yeah, but I did this and this and this and this and that.
Yeah.
But-
And then it's like, yo, it's all these, like, it's a show.
Yeah,
it's kind of telling people, let's go hang out.
Yeah.
If we
That's so
planned wrong and it's pack loaded, that's the worst case scenario. No, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like, yo, if there's not enough room for people, that's fucking so cool. But if, like, it goes good and everything, that just makes it better for next year.
I feel like we
that's
have
how-
enough. We have a good enough.
I'm still
lineup
trying to
that's
motivate
so-
him here.
Yeah.
No, Anthony, like, wants to do everything fucking since like he started this and before, like everything he does, he fucking gives 150,000. Like he'll fucking beat the shit out of me if I don't do my job, you know. So like it's like, dude, he just wants to put on a good show, and like the benefit of that is even if things go horribly wrong that day, we're already kind of set up for.
Yeah, I mean our lineup's good enough that it's like.
Obviously, unless we get
If I
kidnapped.
don't get any vendors or anything, they'd never, we'd be fine.
Yeah.
Just have a dope show.
That's what I kept telling him. I'm like, dude, you don't even need vendors or sponsors or anything, dude. We just need to hang out.
Yeah, it's pretty much.
But now we have like a good amount, and we're pretty much
we
set.
have a
We
dope
got
place
sound, I
and
hope,
sound,
I think,
yeah.
and we're good.
We've got everything going down.
So how did the two Johns get involved in this?
Well,
I don't really do much.
Stay out of my DMs.
I don't really do much without them.
no, I don't know how I ended up here at all. Honestly, I don't.
Kind of the same way we're just we became friends through different things, and our interests are kind of in such a linear way. The music fest itself, when you start to, and I hope we get to talk about the lineup soon because it's so diverse, and the bands that are a part of it are all such great additions to like the local talent scene pool, to get them all like kind of pulled together in an event space that like doesn't have enough, in my opinion, going on in an area that there's always somebody looking for something to do. Like it just seemed like a good idea at the time. And when you think about the people that are in the bands that are involved, like just getting to see them kind of all get out and do their thing. It's kind of closing out the summer at the end. It's like one last thing before, we're getting dark at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock and 5 o'clock and it's cold out. It's one last kind of hurrah, and it's with a lot of people that we all really know and like. And like what a better recipe,
Yeah, absolutely. And this is at room 221 in Dickson City, right across from the Viewmont Mall. There's a little plaza with the Gallery of Sound and stuff that's still amazingly hanging on there.
Dude, Gallery of Sound is
So
literally
cool.
hanging on because they're awesome sounding name in radio commercials.
Yeah, I don't
Joe
really understand
Nardone's Gallery, like that's the coolest. Other than Monday Street, Monday
Everybody just
Street.
donates $5 right then.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, well,
Yeah.
I want to.
No, they do a good job with their business because they know how to market themselves. They know how to get CD releases up there, and they've literally just lasted. I think, like no one buys CD. Like I don't know what their product
Yeah, but they're
is.
but they're definitely switching back to a vinyl base.
and like tapes. and,
Vinyl
like,
took back over,
Yeah.
so vinyl revival definitely helped them
Yeah.
stay alive because they have the dopest vinyl selection up there.
Yeah.
They really, really.
I can't
do.
wait till Hit Bits come back. Remember those? Here's 14 seconds of a song you might like. No, there
We're
it is.
only putting out these 3 this
Oh,
week.
it's broken. Oh, it's broken. It was a McDonald's toy. Get over it, kid.
So how did you choose this venue? Is it going to be outdoors and indoors, or
So the music's gonna be indoors, and food and vendors will probably be outside. Well, it'll be like a mix.
Okay.
It depends, like if they want to be inside or outside. It depends on how packed.
Talk
it is,
about the
really.
food. We got good food.
We can.
We have got good food coming, too.
We do
Like,
have amazing food. We have
Who's the food by?
Ryan Vaughn.
Ryan Smith.
Ryan Von Smith, and he's not here. And what did you say, Fry?
Okay, can I say this?
Yeah, I hope
we
you
didn't
do.
have
Smitty, I wanted you to come, but we never
Chef
fit your
Vonnebaum,
ass on this
killer.
couch. Sorry.
We're gonna need a bigger couch,
We
boys.
need a bigger couch for Smitty. Smitty's food is so good. He
so-
has Chef Vaughn. He has Chef Vaughn in mind. I have been making fun of Smitty. I've been making fun of Smitty since I've known him. Since I
watching
was-
the breakup
Only
happen right
Kasper
now?
that helps me.
Okay.
I told you, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know. I've been trying to weasel
I'm
my way
waiting for him
into
to
this
bust
show.
through the wall like the Kool-Aid man.
And just
Be
punch you in your head.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Do it backwards. I'm out. No, Smitty's doing the food. He runs Chef Vaughn and Mom in the Square down in Scranton. His food is dynamite.
It's
Crazy good.
amazing.
It's literally amazing.
Yeah,
it's literally
amazing.
And I'm proud of him for having a restaurant on the Square in Scranton because we could spend parade day now there.
Yeah,
so
and-
that's
well,
really
let's
all
just
I
having a
wanted
square
to
on the
say about
restaurant.
Smitty.
A restaurant on the square in Scranton is
It
incredible.
was so cool. We were there for parade day last year,
It's like a
and
big,
it was like
big
4
step.
degrees, and it was so cold. But it was like, yo, we had a spot on the Square. This is cool as hell, Smitty, and he deserves it, dude. His food is
He
good.
totally deserves
He's
it.
been hustling,
It's hard
like
fought.
selling shit from like even when he's home, he is selling. Like people in the neighborhood just meals, like it's nonstop. He has just been doing this, and I mean, his food is tip top, man. It's tip top.
And he's like smart with his hours too. Like
Yeah.
he like has the normal hours, and then he gets those bar hours like
Yeah.
perfectly.
Well, it's all how you play that game down in
It
downtown.
really is. It's just like playing it like perfectly.
Like it's funny. Like the food trucks make more money than the restaurants, and it's like, well, let's play that game.
Well, that's what he is.
Like,
He's running in like
Yeah.
a food truck style. That's such a dope idea.
yeah, he does. He runs it sort of. I mean, they have a takeout window. It basically is.
Yeah, it's like halal style almost. It's killer.
You want to fit on this couch though?
That's
Wow.
Sorry, Smitty.
But we also
In
have
front of all these people
Cangianos.
in this economy.
Oh yeah, Cangianos is
They're
up
the
there.
ones that actually own 221, I believe. So it's they're around their wood fire pizza, which is killer also. So there's also that option.
Yeah.
And then Food Not Bombs is gonna be there because they're always at their vegan options. Like and then they hand out food just free for like a
Shout
vegan
out.
for a vegan.
Shout out Food Not Bombs, dude. They're doing awesome.
Yeah,
shit.
they really are
Yeah.
awesome. They're like
Murph.
and he's helping me add a bunch of art vendors and stuff. It's really cool.
I was looking forward to picking up some heavy artillery, but I'm not gonna have bombs. That's all right. I can live with
Not
that.
quite
Yeah.
the place.
We have activists against
Too
bombs
stoned to
here,
pick up
buddy.
that bomb.
We are the opposite end.
Yeah.
You'll have
No,
to go
no,
to
no,
Joe Nardone's Gallery of Bombs for that.
I talk to people in the scene every day, and I've heard nothing but great things about Food Not Bombs. Everybody's talking
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah, it
lately.
really is.
So it's picked up so fast. So everything he's doing is really great.
It's good. Like the best thing to happen is overwhelming fast success, and like you see those people get like nervous and like overwhelmed, and the first thing I tell them, it's like, this is the best case in it. Like being overwhelmed
it.
at the beginning is the best thing that could happen, dude, because it will teach you how to scale it.
Well, and it
You
sets your
know,
cushion
it's-
up.
It sets your cushion up to never be afraid again. You're
Yeah.
unbeatable at that point. The worst thing that could happen is like you open the doors and you're just like, oh, where the fuck is everybody?
Yeah, that's me. Going from home kitchen.
Yeah,
to
we have all these bombs
white
here.
label.
Come on. So, but yeah, no, Murph's doing it. So it's Murph. Do you know who else does that with him? Yeah.
Mike Mark.
Yeah, he's a good kid though. He was in Fiendstar. He used to be in Fiendstar. Who was playing the show?
Yeah, Fiendstar will be at the show.
Hell yeah. Hurry.
Let's get into some comments here.
Wait,
Teresa,
dude, this is a show.
Teresa says, "I like eggs."
Oh, who
So
said
that's
that?
good. Teresa.
Justin
Solid.
Yeah.
I don't.
You know what?
You don't?
Can we
No.
take a minute on this?
No.
I mean, I'll eat them, I guess.
I think eggs are trash.
Yeah, me
Eggs
too.
aren't that good. They're great.
Wow.
Listen,
That's
give
a
me
hot
my-
take.
Give me my take. Give me
They
my take.
stink.
And then I'll let you rebuked. Okay. Eggs are trash. They stink. If they go bad, they stink.
They go good. They stink.
Scrambled eggs is made by like eight guys and girls in the world can make good scrambled eggs. That's it. Like there's a total of 8 people who make good scrambled eggs. Your scrambled eggs are trash. I don't care. Eggs Benedict though is awesome. That's it. That's my take.
What do you put in eggs Benedict?
No, I said I like eggs Benedict, but eggs are trash.
Is that the hollandaise?
Turkey Hill has buffalo chicken hard-boiled eggs, and they're so good.
What?
Disgusting.
I'm not even kidding. The packet that sandwich goes.
Seeds.
That sentence just gave me the shit.
They're so. What do you just protein? They're so good.
Do not have the same
Cool
name.
salt and pepper.
We are done.
Just roll them around in the bag they come in.
just roll them around.
Yeah, salt and pepper, man, they're so
my
good.
neighbor, God rest her soul, Eleanor, when I was a child, gave me a hard-boiled egg once with too much salt on it, and I will never eat another.
Well, don't ever eat
hard-boiled egg.
Eleanor's eggs. I don't know what to tell you, but
she is
that's why you have a bad attitude
Eleanor
about
has
it.
passed. How could you?
I guess you're not going to be eating her eggs anymore.
I know,
man. I
I
guess
know.
you
It
don't
was
have a
the eggs
choice in the
that did
matter.
it.
If even the stoners are disgusted by that,
I
that
know,
says
right?
something.
Yeah, right.
That says
I'm
something.
not a big breakfast guy, so I will say that. That's why I don't like eggs.
Savory. But even like they're just weird. They smell funky.
Eggs are fine.
Mike,
Fine, we'll leave
Mike
that.
Murray is in there. He says, your products, I tried at Burning Roses, really helped me get through my arthritis pain to get through the day. I've been sold, but it's highly medicinal. So,
Yeah, I use them for that too. It's wonderful. I mean, I made them for me, really.
That's what you do.
I made it for me, and then everybody else could just enjoy it.
People need to
Yeah.
understand Anthony is very selfish. So he makes
Well, that's
products
why my
for
products are
himself.
so good.
Yeah. Like I said, he takes things very seriously. If it's not his way, he does not like it. And that's just all the better for the quality of his products. It's like why he's still around. You know, it's that kind of. There was a big market of this back in the day. It used to be, I don't know if you've seen the movies. This used to be quite the industry.
Click, dude.
Justin says, Nana says she's so proud of you.
I talked about her not getting high. I
Dude,
should talk
yeah,
about the
Nan
time I
doesn't,
did
Nan
get her
doesn't
high,
play
though.
around. That's why when he
Talk about
told
the
me,
time I did get her high.
yeah, she doesn't play around. So when he told me that she took this stuff, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Nan took it.
Yeah.
Like she has these idiots as her
One time I gave her
grandsons.
ice cream though.
Yeah.
Because I used to just make ice cream that was infused.
Yeah.
And she got whacked. She got whacked. She's telling me she's not high, or she's like wobbling while she's sitting down, asking me for more ice cream. We cut her off. we cut
She's
her.
enjoying the finer
I'm
things
getting
in life.
messages
dude.
from right
Yeah,
now.
stop
Like,
saying my
stop
name,
dropping
dude.
names. Stop dropping
Not on the phone, the goodness.
Jackie says, congratulations, out here doing good things. Mandy, in quotes, I'm assuming this quote, I went to school for chemical engineering, but the chemicals engineered me.
Get it. Print the shirts. Print the shirts.
It's what happened, guys. It's what happened, guys. Still worked out.
Yeah. Dance with
See,
that sentence. you
Robin
dance.
says it's so important for reliable info to be out there about these things, how they work, and to use them safely. So thank you for sharing to educate people. Yeah, we appreciate that.
I think that's really important.
That's
Like,
that's one of the main
dude,
goals.
There's a lot of people, like I said earlier, that want to try it and just have a very hard trust issue because of what someone did to them in the past, probably. Like,
Right.
just gave them an edible.
5,000 milligram
Yeah.
edible that they just like.
They're
Here,
like, dude,
I put the whole
haven't-
plant in it.
I haven't had a dream since.
I don't dream anymore.
Yeah,
Cool.
dude, what did you do to me? But no, that's important because like it gives people back that trust. Also, like trying to get this stuff legalized federally, you can't do that without this stuff. So it's a step towards that.
Yeah.
Like you have to be legitimate. Like in 5 years,
Well,
we're
you have to
gonna
have
be a
enough
legitimate
people that have
family.
good experiences to vote for it to be okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
Like, everybody with the shit experience, they're like, no, let's get rid of it.
Or even be
But that's-
like a motivator for like people who have used this stuff are influence. Like they sell
that's
it.
what- I mean,
They're promoters.
That's my
of it.
biggest, like my biggest promotion is just people. Once one person tries it, they tell everybody they know about. it.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
literally every person. So as soon as this one person, I get the whole branch of all their friends call, and then all their friends call,
And it's
then
tough
all
to
their
do
friends
that
call.
in this market. It is tough to because people will still just go to their dude that they met on the corner for 20
Yeah.
years. Like so,
Right.
like it's tough to tell somebody like this.
Well,
is
it's tough to
this
tell
is
them
the
it's
stuff.
Delta 8.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you
that's
tell
true.
them it's Delta 8, and they're like, "Oh, that doesn't work." And then they hear from one of their best friends, they're like, "Yo, go get those."
Yeah, there's billion-dollar
Like,
companies made off of that.
Are they-
Yeah, Delta 8. Yeah, like I said, 3-Chi
Three
doesn't.
Chi
Yeah, 3-Chi doesn't
is
exist.
one of the biggest companies in the industry now, and they were the ones that made Delta 8.
Well,
Like,
they have the number one edibles in the world. Over
Yeah.
cannabis edibles, 3-Chi has the
Yeah.
hemp. Their Delta 8 edibles are stronger and more consistent, more exact. That's why they're the best because you get what you get
They're
every
clean.
time.
Yeah.
That's what matters.
Or, people are going to their doctors and they're prescribing these, highly addictive opioids, and then now we have the crisis that we have that has particularly hurt northeastern Pennsylvania.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a huge and now like an opioid recovery is one of the reasons to get your medical license.
Mm-hmm.
But like most of the there's nothing that's like strong like that unless you're doing like RSOs and like I said making your own.
No.
But like a lot of people aren't like professionals. They're not great at doing this like stuff. You know what I mean? They're
Right.
gonna make a
Or
shit
even
ass
if they're
edible that's
starting.
really strong and they're gonna mess themselves up again.
Yep.
Or it's gonna be 2 weeks and they're mad and they're eating 50 of them.
Now, did you have to jump through any kind of legal hoops or anything like that to?
So it's a very
do what
big
you do?
gray area. I mean, the biggest thing is like just like the regulations for like the kitchens, just as like a simple business regulation. But as of yet, these like the hemp market is very very unregulated, which is like a big problem.
Right.
Because like I said, anybody could do it. That's why I want to give people as much information as possible, so that not just anybody's.
Well, it
doing it.
makes you
Right.
feel like you're not doing things legitimate because they haven't set the guidelines for legitimate
Yeah,
yet.
you
So
have
like
to
they
have your
call
own
them
guidelines.
they call them non-legitimate businesses because you guys didn't set up the goddamn guidelines for a legitimate thing. Like, the first thing I did was like we had to make packages and stuff and what we were designing and I'm like, what has to be on there? Because there has to be stuff that has to be on there.
Yeah.
Like what needs to be on the front, what needs to be on the back, because that's most
Well,
important.
well, that
to
is the
us.
most important thing.
Yeah,
is that's
I don't
just
care
like
about the logo as long as that stuff looks good, and as long as we're following those rules, they can't come in a store and be like, that's wrong.
Yeah, they can't.
You
take it
know,
off
you
the
don't want to
shelf,
be
yeah.
that brand that fucked it up for everybody, so make sure you're over following the rules, over being trusted,
Yeah.
In this industry, that's the only fight you have at this point because You fuck up once, and we're back to the Stone Age.
Yep. Trying to be as ahead of everybody.
Marijuana is a killer. You ever see that video? Those old videos that were like they played in school.
With the
Yeah.
cocoon.
Yeah.
Yo, we all watched those videos and still got high. Failed.
I went to Catholic school.
it's
Our
fair.
dare officer smoked cigarettes, and he was a cop, and it was just like, I don't trust this guy. Like, I don't know.
Can't catch me,
Yeah.
coppers.
It's like he would use a fresh bar of chalk as a cigarette and be like, "This isn't that cool." I'm like, "I don't know. You look pretty fucking cool." It seems like you do that, dude. And then we all just saw him smoke. He would get out of the building and just smoke, and we're just like, "What the fuck, man?" Like,
Dare us to be different, huh?
yeah.
Propaganda.
So Robin says CBD is good to have on hand if you do eat the whole bar. CBD can bring you back down.
Yeah,
geez.
quality CBD can bring it. It can bring the psychoactivity down. I mean, it won't get rid of it, but it will lessen it.
That's fighting fire with fire. That's what we love.
Mike says for those who don't drive, there are buses that go up that way. That's a good
That's
tip.
awesome.
So yeah.
What
so
for?
Up to 2
Oh, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
It
they
drops
go
you
up to the
off
mall.
basically right there.
Yeah.
If you need a ride to this show, I will pick you up.
All right.
I will give you my cell phone number right now. It is. No.
I will
But
give
seriously.
you Frye's cell phone
Throw it
number right
up
now.
on the
Bang my
screen right
banner
here,
with my
dude.
cell phone.
Right here.
I need to stop saying shit like that.
Yeah.
Our responses were all, yeah.
I'm trying to find out.
I used to do that in college. I had to give everyone the
Oh, I
rides.
know.
Another John says, Anthony,
right, you know what?
are
Enough
the man.
Johns.
Yeah, kick this guy.
Thanks, other John.
And congrats, he says.
There you go.
Thanks, other John.
All right, so let's
Who's
talk.
this other John?
Let's talk about this lineup. I
Yeah,
know
music.
You're very interested in talking about that because your shirt over there.
Yeah, I got one of the new limited Christ Chopper shirts that'll be available at their show on Saturday. Jess Mione and Bobby gave the okay for me to get it. Just dropped it off at my porch overnight. It was like the best experience that I've ever had. It was a great gift. I was super excited
I
about
love
that.
this city so much.
Yeah, for real.
Like this, like when the scene is pumping, that's the shit I love. Like,
Yeah,
yo,
but
make
this
sure you're
scene-
wearing
this
this.
scene is
this.
pumping.
Oh, it's pumping right now again, I think. Would you say, Rich?
sure.
Do you
Yeah.
think
Oh,
it's
I
pumping
mean, get
again a little
events.
bit?
Absolutely. Well, now it's like everybody's trying to make up for the
Lost
last
time.
2 years that they
Yeah.
weren't able
We
to do
got Jess
anything.
Mione-
And I think so
Mione
many
coming
people
out.
were working on stuff during that time that now it's all coming out at
Well,
once.
and we have those people who were just like Jess Mione, who just like doesn't quit and went
she,
through
like,
that
she,
shit and
like,
went
kicks
through that
ass.
shit and learned how to survive it. And if you can come out of that surviving, you are bulletproof. You know, like she is. She was here last week. Did you
She's
hear how
made so
much
much
more
shit
prepared
happen.
about a music festival as she was?
That's what I mean. She's like been here.
We
done this.
asked her how to put together
What?
the application for vendors.
Yeah.
Oh, I've asked her so many questions.
Yeah.
She's probably just like, shut up already.
Yeah,
But, like,
our
she's
contracts-
never like that. She's
Our
always like
contracts
this,
just have her
all
scratched
about
up.
helping.
yeah.
It really is awesome. She's definitely helped a lot.
So the whole flow of the lineup is gonna kind of like start pretty hard. So we have that like punk kind of hard hitting music in the morning to kind of like wake everybody up.
Yeah.
And the day from there is gonna be kind of like a sequence of picking up and putting you down, really.
Okay.
So Ethan's gonna start.
Yeah, Ethan's gonna start with Temple of Mara.
So Temple of Mara is.
They're like a punk band, like exploited like style, like OG punk band.
We need to mention what we found out the other day. So his
Yeah.
brother's in a band, right? He sends me screenshots of his Spotify.
Well, he played.
He's got
He played.
32,000 views on each of his songs.
That makes sense because it's really. It just starts and it's like. It's hard and fast. Like
Yeah.
it's so good, and you would never.
Well, and like a lot of the
Just, like,
other
come out of
bands
the gate
out
And
there
we
swinging.
started,
weren't
yeah, we
even-
started putting his numbers up against the band's close, and we were like, "Holy shit, man,
None
we
of
should
them-
move. We should
like,
move
none
him
of them were
back,
close.
dude.
Like,
We
I
should
was
move
like,
him down in the lineup." We were like, "Oh fuck,
I was like, I gotta bump him
Ethan's
up.
cooler than
I
us."
can't wait to play for Vinny.
We
for
already
sure.
knew he was cool.
Yeah, he's been cooler than
been
us.
there, done that.
What's the name of his band?
Temple of Mara. They were just played on 97.9 2 nights ago.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was super pumped.
we
about
gotta
it.
get
One of their
him to
new
this spot.
songs that wasn't even released yet, so I don't want to throw it out, but it's gonna be. They have, I think, 3 new songs that are gonna be released for the festival. So
Oh, that's good.
It'll be super, super cool.
Yeah, they'll be good to start off. And
Yeah, they'll
everything.
get us hyped.
We'll
They're
see if the
definitely
mics are working.
Yeah, yeah.
Sound is
We
working
don't
with
even
them.
need their mics
Yeah.
working.
Yeah, that's
They're
what I
loud.
mean. We'll get to the second band. They'll be like, "Yo, these mics haven't been working."
They haven't been on all night, man. All right, and then
So Temple of Mara goes to.
Then we go Christ Chopper.
So Christ Chopper's Bobby Keller is one of my best friends. That's the shirt that I'm wearing right now.
NEPA Horror Fest.
Yeah, NEPA Horror Film Fest is an event that spooky summer in the summer. The film fest in October is short films. It's probably my favorite thing to watch. All the independent movies that get submitted.
He's featured in a Simpsons themed picture that was released yesterday.
Yeah.
So don't forget his
did
true
see that
accolades.
I did see that Simpson themed picture. Made me a little
Excuse me,
uncomfortable.
sir. I don't know if you've heard the news. There's a Simpsons picture out there.
The multiverse is broken.
Yeah,
Things
Bobby
are getting
Keller is
crazy.
now a Simpson. He looks so tired.
He's always been a Simpson.
yeah, he
looks so tired.
Yeah, he just looks so tired.
So yeah, we're gonna go from really, really inspiring and uplifting Christian soft rock to
Band
Wife Swamp.
That isn't.
a band that's equally sacrilegious and is a wife swamp.
Here's one of their
which is
major.
Jess Leone, who we all know and love.
Yeah, one of their major hits, Amazing
And I'm pretty
Grace.
sure is like Bobby in that too?
Yeah, well, no, he's just they're like brother and sister bands.
Oh yeah,
kinda.
that's what I mean.
What,
That's
Wife Swamp?
They're like
Yeah.
affiliates.
Oh yeah.
I like
Part of the
the
same
idea.
league.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you
League
get
of
one, you
Ruffians.
get the other, because you're going down. Like that's how it is. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we're
love
coming
it.
full.
I
Yeah.
love the idea.
Yeah.
And then we move from there up to who's next?
Who are we looking at? We do have this on a cell phone, so give us a
Then we're
second.
going what? Old Kentucky Shark.
Oh, Kentucky Shark.
So winners of the big break
Wait, let
last
me
year.
get-
Oh, I was there. Yeah, how about that?
Yeah. I was a judge.
Oh, I was there.
I booked them for this, and I wanted them up here because I want to just watch their lead singer dance every time he plays a song because he's amazing, and I love the rest of their band too.
Yo, I
Dance
lied.
for John
I
Frye.
lied. Group Cortez is next.
Okay.
Then Gus the Savage.
Okay, so we were way off. Okay,
Way out.
Yeah, I was like,
I'm
I
gonna fix
thought
this right
Kentucky
here,
Shark was a
'cause
lot later.
They're a lot later.
I'm gonna do that same
So
thing.
Gus
again.
the Savage too.
Dude, can we talk about like Gus is the best promoter
He's a great promoter.
out there.
Right? He's on top of that.
He's like
shit.
a straight hype man. He's sending me like things. He's like, yo, you should post this.
Yeah, the first ad we did for Merch Booth, Gus was on that episode, and Chris couldn't, or my boss couldn't have been more enthused about how well it went. I was like, it was all Gus, dude. That kid will hype you up no matter
he
what.
literally is a hype man.
He said how it could be his baby's uncle.
You know,
I was like,
he's
dude,
so
that
nice.
is so nice.
one of the things that he does that very few people seem to take advantage of is every week at the open mic, I take pictures of all the performers. And he uses all of those pictures with all his updates because you constantly have to hit people with new stuff.
Yeah.
If you're hitting them with the exact same picture 100 times, of you holding a guitar or
It's a
you know,
race.
on the stage, people just ignore it after a while. But if you hit them with something different every single time, so he takes advantage of that. He'll come get the pictures, use video clips, whatever. I'm like, this is what this is for. You guys should be doing this.
And he probably
I do
credits
that
you
for
too.
so many
Well,
other
yeah,
artists,
he
and they
probably
just
does
don't use
credit
them.
you, too.
Does he credit you? He probably
He
does
does.
because he's
He
the best
actually-
promoter.
he actually does, yeah.
He literally is a great promoter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a great hype man. He's a great on stage.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great musician.
Yeah,
Just
he
in
is.
general, yeah,
Like,
you
he
know what I
is.
mean? That's
He's
just, yeah.
him and his girl are about to have a baby. I love those two
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
But she does the sound for him. Like I just love those.
Solid
two.
crew.
Like I met them at the big break, and we have been such good friends. I had him, he was the first person to play on the special guest stage, so like he's my guy. Second person to play though was Old Kentucky Shark. Did I just nail
There you
that?
go.
Was that a good?
Yeah, and that's who's playing next.
So I'll tell you why I like Old Kentucky Shark. They have this lead singer. When he plays, I like the way he dances.
I like the
and
way
I
he
like their
dances.
music, and I like everyone else in
I
their
like the
band.
music a lot.
No, they have
music's
they have a new
really great.
CD. They have a new CD coming out. I believe it's August 20th.
Yeah, the 20th.
Release show down in Williamsport. But I thought, why not just throw them into the mix here? I think they're like a great mix and balance for people's ears after they have to listen to Christ Chopper.
I mean, the fact that
Bodies are fucking.
a band came out of Williamsport is great, you know, because I don't think of that as a hot spot in any means in terms of music.
and
So
they're really, really
back
good.
down.
yeah,
Like I saw him at the big break, and that was like I was sold. That's why I was like, I definitely want them in there.
yeah.
Yeah, I was upset. I was a judge.
You might see them on this show in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah,
cool.
that's the goal.
They're
yeah,
awesome.
we want to make sure we try to get them for the album release because I can see that. Well, actually, no, I can't. I think I've heard 3 songs off the album. It's fucking good. Like
Yeah,
their
I was
sound.
listening to them
They
today.
just have a great. They do have a great sound.
Well, I love them because their sound is when you can't put your finger on someone's sound, that means they're original. So it's
Yeah.
like I always try to think of who they sound like, and I can't pinpoint it, and I'm like, well, it's like this and this and this, and then you're just like, holy fuck, this band's fucking really good. Like, it's like they have so many influences that you could hear in their music that, like, that's an original job. That's how you make your own sound. Like, there's bands that may be in a genre, but, like, look at, like, a band like Bright Eyes. They had a sound like nobody else, but they were just considered emo, you know? So, like, but I'm not comparing Old Kentucky Shark to Bright Eyes. Because I hate Bright Eyes.
There's nothing.
But say no one listened to them anyway. So what are you talking about?
Yeah. Bright Eyes stinks, but they had a unique sound.
Bright Eyes sucks. You heard it here first in NEPA Scene Podcast.
Dude,
You heard
clip
it
that,
here.
dude.
I say
Clip
fuck
that.
Bright
Tell them I
Eyes.
said that, man.
I don't even know. What
You
Bright
too,
Eyes is.
Smitty.
It's terrible, actually.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
this is the reason.
he's absolutely dead. Like, I don't always agree with your hot takes, but dead on with fucking Bright Eyes.
Oh, no, I hate
want to
it.
gauge my eyes.
No, yeah,
out
no.
when
I had a
fucking
song
hear it,
on a
yeah.
mix a girl made for me when I was in high school,
Yeah.
and I never dated that girl because of that song.
Connor Oberst is also
Saved
a big
your life.
fucking piece
Yeah.
of shit. It
Yeah.
seems like he's constantly just like fucking blowing off shows and stuff too.
Oh,
So
really?
like the few people
They're
that
still a
still know
band.
who the fuck he is.
Yeah, well, I do apparently.
Yeah, it was just recently. I was reading the other day. He was like showing up to shows like fucked up
Oh,
or whatever,
really?
and like that just really bothers me, especially because like the time and energy that people have to take out of their own schedule to go see a show,
Yeah.
especially like a national act or whatever.
Yeah, and,
the,
like,
the
it's
cost
expensive.
of the cost of ticket prices are freaking
yeah,
insane.
you're just- you're
then if you're
just
driving
using
to like a
people.
major city like a Philly or
Hotel
New York or
or
whatever,
whatever.
yeah, hotel, gas, tolls, parking, all that fucking shit. All the way to get there, and then you
then
just
Kid
fucking
Rock
blow
cancels.
off your own fucking show, like you blow off your own fucking fans that like
Yeah, oh.
have been paying your bills all these years. Like I have no respect for that. I
fuck that.
really don't.
I agree.
So no one better cancel from this fucking festival. I swear to God, if any of you cancel, Rich is coming for you.
Yeah.
My guy Rick over. I called Rich Rick. Yes, last week he almost killed me for it.
As you
He
should be
literally
killed.
almost killed
I don't
me
know what
for
to tell
it.
you.
Not his name.
So who else we got? We got Young Lion.
Next we got Young Lion,
Yeah.
which like I grew up loving George Wesley. So like,
Oh, yeah.
like I was like he was probably the first like I remember like hearing him like play and turn around and seeing him and be like, yo, like I could like listen to this music. Like I'm allowed. Like this is okay.
You're like looking to see if your mom here.
I mean,
like am I allowed?
To have like authentic sounding reggae coming out of fucking Wilkes-Barre of all
Well,
places,
German.
you know,
German
yeah.
PA is
Yeah.
where he came
Oh yeah,
out
that's
of.
his his like
that's
hometown.
that's what blows
or-
my mind.
Yeah,
It's like he came out
crazy.
of German PA, like in like real reggae, and like these guys are literally like the new embodiment of it. Like they still have Lion chilling, playing, you know, and like those guys are literally amazing. One of my favorite local bands. So I was super hyped that they were like, yeah.
Nice.
So
They were like, wait. Is there weed there?
is there weed there? Probably.
They commented when we shared the thing earlier about the show tonight.
The bands have been doing a great job sharing and posting, and
Yeah, you guys are the really
They said,
MVPs.
yeah, Young Lion knows a lot about that. Feel free to stop by. We're playing 2 sets, and one in front of the Cultural Center, and then capping off the night at the Backyard Ale House. So I guess they're doing some other stuff too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because they're only like it's only like short sets because they have so many bands. They're
Right,
they're
right.
playing all over, you know.
Well,
That's
isn't
awesome.
Jazz Festival that weekend too?
Yeah,
That's
that's
the cool
very
about. I know the Mezos are playing later, so like that's like the cool part. I
Yeah,
got
means there's a
the,
BV spot that night.
yeah, I got
Yeah,
the
it's
like
gonna
punk
be a-
bands earlier,
Yeah.
so that because like that crowd's gonna be the one that's gonna go see the Mezos, and I don't want them to like miss, you know.
And
Yeah.
Try not to compete with different
right.
different people, different crowds, you know.
Sure.
So try to keep it flowing. And then next, like we said, we have Fiend Star. So an awesome
Yeah,
newer
dude.
group.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up and coming. They've been coming to the open mic
Yeah.
a lot, and been
Big
watching
break.
them grow and stuff. And yeah,
Yeah,
they're
always sounds so good.
Chloe has such great stage presence.
A lot of
She really
personality.
does,
Yeah.
and she has such a great sound. So I'm super excited
she's
to have
Like
them.
she is like could fast track to just being one like that rock and roll chick that like fucking blows people away. I think because like everything she even her on stage like she blows people
Right.
away. I think and she's so little and she has so
Yeah,
much
she's, like,
power
natural,
behind
man.
her voice and stuff. So it's
Super
very
cool.
natural. It's like yo when she's yelling she's fucking yelling. It's not fake. She's not fucking faking anything. And they have her and her bass player are just real close. I love their relationship and like you can literally strip down their music to bass and her. And like we did we recorded a song for the big break, and literally they recorded just bass and her just for like a click track, and it was like one of the best songs I've ever heard.
Yeah, it
was
sounded
just
really
like,
good,
Yeah,
didn't it?
so it's like, man, it's cool to see how good their relationship makes their music, and then they have some two of the guys from Cortez backing them, and they add just cool, like everyone knows how cool Cortez is.
like beachy sound.
Yeah, that beachy vibe. I call it. Yeah, it's like it's like
It's
a beach.
beach-
They're another
beachy
one
vibe.
you can't put your finger on.
It's like the Wonders. They're like a boppy kind of like.
You know what it is? They're a family band, so they can make their own sound. It's like
They've been doing it with each other
Yeah.
for their whole lives.
yeah. So,
Yeah, that's such a cool.
but
idea.
Fiendstar, yeah, they rock. They're gonna. I like seeing them up there too. They'll bring a very diverse sound.
Yeah.
And then closing things off is Elephants Dancing.
Yeah, we have the full 8-piece Elephants Dancing.
Wow.
I mean, they all have music degrees. They're all like truly amazing musicians.
Music's so good.
And then they throw that. I mean, it'll end the night out wild.
Yeah.
They have the 4-piece brass band. So like it's just on top of like this like reggae, bumpy vibe, like probably smoking weed everywhere. It just is what it is. But it's what I wanted the festival to end out at, and like such a high note, get people dancing, everybody's gonna be hype.
I could see them hanging out during the day too and having fun.
I'm sure.
And I
I'm
know
sure
they
most
have
of the
like
people
a
that are
cameraman
involved.
like going around like they're like following them through the whole thing. So like
Oh, nice.
so they'll have like their,
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
they,
a
that'd
cool
be
idea.
cool.
they have a cool vibe.
Yeah.
They're really cool. They've been blowing me up. It's awesome.
I'll put the poster up. It's going to cover you two guys, though. So
What the fuck?
Yeah, I know.
Sayonara.
See us.
You're fired.
We'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Oh, yeah, Gus the Savage man.
And then, if you want to get tickets, talk about technology. There's your QR code right there.
Yeah.
that
All
you can
right.
scan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that'll take you to all the social media accounts too, right?
Yeah. It'll take you right to everything.
All
Which is
right.
Fantastic. Makes it so much easier.
So
QR
how
codes
can
on.
people get tickets to this in advance online or?
Yeah, right online. I have a link on the event page.
Call myself.
If you check
Get a hold
out-
of any of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, any of us. I have like physical tickets.
Break in.
Yeah, break in.
Honestly,
and
whatever.
I'm definitely gonna be selling tickets at the door. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Try and
just
break in.
be
Go ahead, try.
the way to go.
Yeah.
It's like a lot of people don't buy tickets prematurely anymore since COVID.
Yeah, it's
It's just
tough.
like you buy them like right before the event happens because like
right. Yeah, because you never know.
you don't know when the world's gonna end next.
And if you are interested in vending, we do still have spaces. So get ahead of
definitely
$25 a vendor tables is still for the amount of people you're
It's
going to meet.
hopefully everybody makes a
That's
bunch of
right.
money.
There's going to be glass blowers,
Yeah, I do
a
have
fire
Chris
eater,
Hazen.
fire spinner.
If I have Chris Hazen blowing glass, which is going to be super cool. I have Sam Lenza, who's going to be fire spinning. I think that she's actually going to get a crew of fire, like a bunch of fire people. Maybe dancers, maybe
Fire
Do they have
Jabberwockies.
do they have a name like a gaggle of fire? Like
Yeah,
fire benders, dude.
Jabberwockies. Firebenders.
Firebenders.
I don't know, but that's what I'm going with.
Oh, dude, we just
But
made
they're
it.
gonna be badass.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it'll be. I think that through like elephants dancing going on and some firebenders,
Be pretty cool.
it's gonna be pretty cool.
I'm 100% ending that right there. It's indoors.
No, we're not doing that.
I'm not doing that one.
Okay.
Nope. That's what I'm here for, Rich. There, we found it.
There we
We
go.
found it.
John Frye found a use.
I don't like that
Dude,
about you.
he's the guy who made sure we didn't light the place on fire.
Yeah, but it's just a hula hoop.
Horns, dude. That's true. I'm sure I trust her.
Yeah.
I never met her, but I trust her.
I'm not worried about
I
it.
trust
This is the same area that had a Viking running around throwing the sword.
With
at
the
people.
sword, that dude, we were
Yeah,
not
that's
dropping
the-
him.
Yeah, there could be a guy here
drop
with glass light bulbs.
Shut it down.
Actually,
Shut it down.
Is he coming? The guy that
Hell
light
no.
bulbs?
He's
I
not
like
welcome.
that guy. Jake.
Who
Skull.
eats light bulbs?
What's his name? Face.
Skullface.
Skullface.
Yeah. He eats
He eats
light
light
bulbs.
bulbs?
Yeah.
Don't
He's
let
awesome.
him
He
eat
was
light
at the
bulbs.
electric.
Don't let him do that.
Don't let him eat light bulbs. He just had a baby.
Everyone there would be like, oh, no, not
Can you
him,
make
not
Skullface
Jared.
an infused,
Right
infused
now.
light bulb?
Dude, what's funny, I was with Jared the other day.
He's the
Jared
man.
has like a full tattoo on his face of a skull,
So
right?
that's not who you're talking about?
No, so there's a guy called Skullface who puts a
sorry,
Skullface
Jared.
max on. Jared goes, I was talking about the guy who is light bulb. Jared goes,
like,
yeah,
dude.
that guy's nuts. I was like, Jared, if the guy,
we record
Jared,
this?
if you're calling that guy nuts, because he's a fucking maniac.
Skullface, if you want to come, you're welcome to.
I was
Just
in,
show up. We'll
I was
play
in
it.
Jared's music video and I got killed by a plastic bag. I was just like, dude, you want to be in a music video? I'm like, yeah. He's
I'm
like,
going to do
like,
something
"What-"
I've always wanted to do to
No,
you.
he's like, I'm like, what do I have to do for the video? He's like, well, you die. I'm like, cool.
He's another one that is so hype.
Oh yeah,
Thanatos,
yeah. Oh yeah, he'll hype you up.
Yeah, he's such a great hype
Dude,
man.
we'll put him on the sub spot. If he could play that day and someone drops out, he's fucking in
We'll
because
just
he
throw
will.
him in. Yeah.
Dude, he's a hype machine. But
He's a hype man.
I got there and they're like, dude, we're gonna suffocate you with the plastic bag. I was like,
Dope.
awesome. I was like, that.
Dope. I usually have to pay something.
Yo,
to
they
do
were
this.
like, yo, you could take that off to breathe. They were like, you could take that off to breathe for a second. I was like,
nope.
just
Nope. Ain't gonna get me.
well, you don't know what I'm fucking into, dude.
Shit. I think
Oh shit.
that's sick, man.
Let's see. Vinny says Young Lion is at the V Spot on Saturday, August 20th.
Oh,
Good.
Okay, so make sure you go.
so that's the night of Old Kentucky Shark. No, who else is there that night? Someone else.
I don't know, but it's gonna be good.
Shit. I heard it the other day. Oh, well, continue.
He also says, "Way to go, Anthony." So Dakota must have missed this earlier. Said go over the product on the table. So there's this lovely NEPA Scene hat. You can get that hat anywhere. Oh,
Yeah.
you mean the other? Yeah,
go over your
He
man.
kind
You
of
don't
went.
fucking
He kind of
go
went
over
through
it.
it.
Rich has awesome
beginning.
merch.
Nano emulsified edibles, which are orange and blue raspberry.
This is made of weed chocolate. No, I'm kidding. This merch is not made.
See
of
my face?
See, I told you. He sets his eyes on something.
I do like
I'll
chocolate.
be dating this thing soon.
Peppermint lotion, which the peppermint lotion,
That's
these
my
are
favorite
nano
smell.
emulsified, which is super, super cool. It goes directly into your skin, you know, without like having surfactant, which is like kind of like gets rid of the oils on your skin, which isn't fantastic for you. So I'm trying to make it as natural as easy as possible. We got sweet tarts that get you high as a kite. Fantastic. Strawberry and
It is.
fruit
That is
punch.
how it works.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong there. Regular gummies, and then I have my chocolate there. And these are my most popular items. I mean, I have like maple syrup, barbecue sauce. different
His
things
ice cream
like
is
that.
phenomenal.
Ice cream. The problem is I can hand out ice cream. I don't have licensing for ice cream yet, so
Okay.
I'll get there. But
Yeah.
I can hand it out if I want. So sometimes
You
I'll
just can't sell it.
Yeah, sometimes I'll just do it.
Which is fine, it's
so
so
hand out like
Yeah.
low doses to let them try. So it's always nice to eat an ice cream that whacks you. You're like,
Yo, he has like one of those, those like twist machine, like three-handle twist machines, just
I
right,
like
in the kitchen.
oh, I snapped John Frye. John Kasper's arm.
we know all about the ice cream machine.
That's,
you do?
dude, he
That's how
tried to
my
move
biceps
he
ended.
tried to move the big ice cream machine. He snapped
Really?
his arm. He tried to pick it up.
Yeah.
It just went ding,
Yeah.
and his arm went. And I'm like, oh, I killed him. I killed him.
Yeah, we don't fuck around here, man.
Yeah,
We don't fuck around.
Coincidentally, ice cream is actually my biggest weakness.
for real. It's his
Irony.
kryptonite. I watched
Enough.
Lactose
watched
intolerant and all.
it. Legit kryptonite. Oh, are we gonna share that? Share
Yeah,
that
we're
one
gonna
beer?
share this last one. We were talking about sharing one drink the whole time.
Yes,
That-
our parents
See
don't
how
know.
weird that would be.
Weirdo.
Well, it shows that you're true friends.
Yeah,
We're willing
right.
to share that one last beer.
It's our first one. It's our first one.
Yeah, I finished like 3/4 of that last one.
He's just pretending like he's drinking.
All
If you have
well,
questions too, we're all. I mean, sorry, Rich, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off there.
by all
We're all
means.
super accessible. We have a playlist that we shared out of bands that are playing in that. I listened to it on the way here. I love music, and there's such a diverse kind of different lineup there that as I was on my way here, it's a different ride than I would normally take. But I found myself kind of like projecting like onto the songs, like what they were about. And the coolest thing about it was I forgot that I was listening to bands that aren't like national acts. And that's the kind of quality of the music that you're going to get across the board, depending on the genre you like. There's something for everybody, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And
They're all like high quality.
unbelievably high quality. I couldn't stop. Even the production of their music on Spotify is produced really, really
It
well.
is.
So you can hear the lyrics and you can hear the actual music of the instruments that are being played. And I think that's like the real unsung thing that we haven't really talked about is just like the quality of the sound and the uniqueness of all of them is really going to be a memorable time, for all of us together.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
not
that's
like going
probably
to see a bunch of garage bands. It's not like that. It's gonna be super fun.
Really good bands, really good food, awesome products.
Yeah.
And
I'm gonna
like
have
a good
snow
spot.
cones that'll get you stoned as the devil.
We didn't want to bust that one out to the end, but,
All right.
but we're
so
gonna have
excited.
a snow cone. Yeah. And like
I like
it's
that idea.
very accessible, like Murph said, like you can legit get a bus and it'll drop you off a block. Not even a block, it's across the street.
Yeah.
So and then you have to cross that street and if you make it, you make it. That's called Frogger. So
You shouldn't have brought that part up.
dude, I shouldn't have said that.
Just
I shouldn't have said that.
Just
No.
a swarm of people going over.
Cut that.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Can you edit that out?
Yeah, edit that and post, dude.
No, it was already. It was already
Dude, the
said.
show
Yeah,
is
it's already out there. It's
Show
on
is
the internet
live.
forever now.
Yeah.
John, you wanted to say you want to talk about some nerd shit, right?
Oh
Is there
yeah,
any-
I do want to talk about nerd shit with you guys.
All right, so let's
Some
wrap up
Marvel
with
stuff,
some nerd shit.
yeah.
What do you guys?
I wanted first of all, I want to show you
want
his tattoo. Dude, his tattoos are awesome.
Okay.
He's a bigger comic book nerd than you. He's taught me everything I know about
It's
it.
not a competition.
No, it
It's
is.
not a
No, it is.
competition.
It is
No,
for
it's
me.
not.
It is for me. How about that? How about that? How about you compete? For my.
Now,
but-
See, that's
but
why
no,
we're nerds and not sports folk.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
but it's
Right.
not, it
It's just-
impresses
Yeah, we don't
me,
do the whole
dude.
competition thing.
And it got me into it. Like he's the one who got me. Like, dude, I read like the Aragon books. Like I love that shit. Like, and the Marvel stuff. He got me into like DC stuff. Like I watch every DC animated
I
movie.
spent
again.
years explaining comics to him. Like
Yeah.
I wore out encyclopedias, just like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, what was that? I'll start here, and then we'll start with these ones you could listen to.
I paid it
Right.
back for Game of Thrones fandom though. Like
Yeah.
I taught Anthony a fair amount of game. Like I'm
do
very
love
well
Game.
tuned on Game of Thrones. That's my cup of tea. But no, like he was a big comic book guy.
Yeah,
And I know you were too, so I know you guys could bounce. Have you been watching the Marvel shows?
seen every one of everything.
Have you seen? Yeah, he's embarrassed to say.
I've seen everything of everything.
Yeah, I'd want Reed Miller to be here too and just like trifecta the whole fucking audience.
yeah.
You know, that's why I said it was produced.
Oh, I don't know if this set could take Reed Miller right here with all that air that's gonna come out of that guy, and we start talking about comics with you two. I said it, Reed Miller.
Yo, so I said this to Rich the other day, right? Reed Miller does this thing called, what is it, geek art photography?
Geek art photography. It's so cool.
So think about
Best thing about the guy.
Think about this. Who else in our past has taken toys and fireworks and combined them?
Mike Watts.
No, the answer is Sid from Toy Story. Jason Reed Miller is Sid from Toy Story grown up. That's my theory.
Well, also Mike Watts does him.
Who's Mike Watts?
That's the man I went to high school with. Good
How would I
guy.
know Mike Watts?
So you asked the question. I said,
You didn't know Eleanor. How am I going to know Mike Watts?
because Eleanor peddles
out
her
Mike
shitty
Watts.
eggs on your block, and Mike Watts does a good thing for
Eleanor
charity.
peddled her shitty eggs.
Eleanor's a fucking saint.
Salty egg saint.
Get her name out of your mouth.
You keep bringing her up.
You didn't know
Know about the
Eleanor.
hag's eggs until you. I've had too many root beers. I'm freaking out.
Shit, you guys should get some water in this place.
I also wanted to talk about, I got a Nintendo Switch, so me and Kasper are going to be playing a lot of video games on that too.
Find new reasons to fist fight next week. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah, these guys are like
Our feud
my
only
friends
grows.
from like different sides, and then they came together. And now they're like mortal enemies, and I
Well,
love
not
it.
even.
We
not
like fused
even,
together.
it's
We love each other, but we
Oh, it's
No,
fucking
it's
kinda hate
my
each other.
favorite type of relationship is mutual hate. It's hate built on love. It means you trust each other enough to hate each other.
plot to
Which
kill
is
each other
like,
most of
dude,
the time.
some of my closest friends I hate, dude. Like I don't know how to say this.
I hate myself.
Dude.
You don't have one best friend of me. You're fucking up.
If there's a one
Yeah, for
thing
real.
people know about me, it's I love myself. Like, there's no
fucking
questioning that. I love myself.
And I hate that.
You know what? I hate that about you.
That's why everybody hates me. But
It is what
no,
it
no, I love Kasper. A funny relationship is me and Bobby Keller because we're huge internet
The
friends.
genuine hatred.
That's
Well,
like
no,
Low-key
we're
exists
huge.
between you two.
We're huge internet trolls to each other, and like everyone's like, "Who's this Bobby Keller always reacting with?" And that, to him, they'll be like, "Who's this John Frye?" And like we
you hate
we
each
really never even met each other up until like 6 months ago. It seems like we've been friends our whole life, but Bobby's fucking hysterical. There are some people on the internet around this scene, like if you build a strong internet vibe too, like that's one
he's
of the
got
big.
a hell of a following.
Well, that's what I mean. There's even just making a joke on Facebook, like Bobby will get fucking 42 likes for some stupid shit that he put half in caps. So like people like that, bands need to learn how to use their influencers in the market, like Jess and Bobby. And what's wrong, John?
I can't believe you called him out like that. He probably just sat up. He's probably, what is it,
How
like
did I
8
call
o'clock?
him out?
He's sleeping.
I said he got 42
He
likes.
got 42 likes for something he wrote half in caps. Don't you gotta catch your passive aggression
He
about my
writes in
friend?
These guys,
John
made fun
Frye
of
will
me.
fuck with me right
These
now.
guys made fun of me because I said it.
Because of a lot of things. You
We're
should see our
gonna
instant messages.
We should see
all
our.
that shit you talk about people in private.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, matter of fact, I should have never hooked up my phone to your computer.
John made me say all that stuff, Smitty.
I never said any of that.
Smitty.
Actually.
Smitty.
So wait till he
I don't
hears that
know
you said
these
his
two.
big ass wouldn't
Yeah.
fit in the seat.
Yeah.
It was John.
He really did drag that right into the ground.
On that note, shit. Just get up.
Now that we've ripped apart the
we'll see
scene,
you
we'll
guys.
just get up and walk away.
in the wake of our destruction,
Rich, I'm
our
happy,
powers
we could have,
combined.
I'm happy we could have a fun sit back episode with you, because I feel like when we're doing interviews, like we want the fans to see a good interview and blah blah blah, but like these are my favorite types of podcasts. Like when dudes are
So this is a horrible.
When it goes completely off the rails.
no, I said these are my favorite ones. Like when we're off the track is where, look at me, dude. I'm an off the track kind of a guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love these kind. But sadly, we have to have stupid people in here like Chris from Motionless and White.
You really do want to get fired. Like, that's
really trying
Dude,
to.
everything I do, my boss is like, I wish I could fire you so bad. No, I'm kidding.
You're just too indispensable, man.
That's right. I'm just everything I do is so valuable.
He doesn't even work here. He just won't go home.
He's like, I actually don't even work here.
He sleeps on this couch.
How did you get keys? Who are you?
John Phillips.
No one's seen the janitor in weeks.
John Phillips, I missed you, buddy. He's back. He's in office again, and we could start our prank war again. Like we had a prank war early on, and then he put a 20-foot root beer bottle in our office, and then he went away on tour like a coward. And I did something I would say a hero would do, and didn't do anything to him while he was gone, and that was my prank back. So now it's game on again. I'm excited about it. The hijinks.
Literally called himself a hero.
I just
I am
hope
a
that
hero.
that stays on the 4th floor and doesn't come down here.
yeah.
Who?
So-
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
bullshit, dude. You're bullshit. That's what we're talking
Oh,
about.
sorry.
Keep your bullshit on your floor.
Sorry, I don't have a 20-foot root beer bottle. Josh Ball's got a t-shirt gun, dude. I was gonna hold it this whole
Dude,
episode.
no, I would never let you have a
Can we
t-shirt
shoot
gun
Bobby
near
for
me.
charity with his t-shirt gun?
Yeah, dude, does it
No
hurt?
idea.
Yeah, it probably hurts if you do it
Oh
close
my
enough.
god, yo, if we could put him in like one of those pill bottle thingies.
Dude, it's a
Like
think
the
of it,
cheese
a
chip.
dunk tank. It's a dunk tank, but you just shoot it at him, and then we just hit the tank. Boom, falls into no water. Just
I wanted to do it from like,
Just falls into
it just falls to
falls into
the
jacks.
ground.
I wanted to
right into jacks.
I wanted to do it from 10 feet away.
Yo, we got it.
Oh shit.
All right, so the Mad Twisted Music Festival is coming to Room 221 in Dickson City on Saturday, August 27th with Elephants Dancing, Fiendstar, Young Lion, Old Kentucky Shark, Gus the Savage, Cortez, Wife Swamp, Christ Chopper, and Temple of Mara. So make sure you get your tickets in advance.
Yeah, man.
Mm.
And come out to this half indoor, half outdoor experience. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
We'll figure a name out after what it was.
yeah,
See how it goes.
A bizarre.
music festival,
bizarre.
and
It was
etc.
Yeah, it was bizarre.
It was bizarre.
We should have called it a bizarre. That would have
should
been
have
smart.
been.
Mad Twisted Bizarre.
Yeah. Damn it.
Next year.
See, we're not that good.
Well, the
We're
first
gonna have
annual-
fun though, dude. I know Rich will be up there. Listen, if you're around that day, stop up.
Yeah, definitely stop up at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all day, right?
There's literally music for everybody at.
Even if
What
it's
time
just
you
to
go
get-
until?
So like 11:30. So I have music from 12 to 11:30.
Wow,
So
that is a full day.
Full day, like play. You come up for any point of it, you know.
Yeah. To the point where I only paid for sound guys for a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna do the sound for the rest. That full of a day. No, we're fully prepared, and I think Anthony's preparation for this went really well. I mean, we talked to you about this a long time ago, so we were that prepared. You know.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a while.
Yeah. It's gonna be fun.
It's been a solid 6 to 8 months.
Yeah.
Casper, anything you want to add?
That's it. Come out. I mean, and if you want to check out any of the bands on the ticket that we had just mentioned, there is so many places coming up over the next couple of weeks. The talent in August and the different things that are happening through August, September, and October in the area are just crazy. We kind of mentioned some of them before, but there's, Camp Pennsylvania that's going to be happening in September. We have the Horror Film Fest again that's going to be happening in October that has the short films. Every week, and I know Vinny mentioned a couple of the bands that were playing at the V Spot. That whole calendar is posted right on Facebook anytime you want. And if you have any questions about who those bands are, you need to find out where, you can kind of check them out ahead of time. Like I'm super accessible. Slide into the DM or just post and tag something and we'll get you what you need to know. And
we have the playlist too.
Yeah, the playlist. If you want to know where they're going to be at or how to get a hold of some of their music to check out ahead of time or their merchandise, because that definitely helps out all the bands and the people involved a lot, then do that. And if you're invested in the area, you like what's being offered, then share this stuff out and get your voice out in the different. I don't want a part of your stinky, warm, half friend beer that you backwashed intentionally, you jackass. You gotta get out there and share, because the word of mouth that spreads through the area, everybody takes care of each other. And if you take the time to share a couple of those acts, I'm sure they're going to reciprocate by buying your shirt and sharing your stuff out too. And by all means, go see it, because we're uniquely situated with all of this variety, and it doesn't happen everywhere. So
awesome.
Takes that stuff to bring this scene back, and it's like it's working. The formula is working. It's like everybody's starting to really know each other and see each other at the same shows, and every weekend there's something to do. It's
the scene is back.
If you can beat a Scranton Wilkes-Barre person to the statement, "There's nothing to do around here," we are doing good.
For sure.
Now you could be
I'll throw 16 events at you.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 shows.
Don't even
today.
try.
Yeah.
And to that whole effect, if you don't know where to get started and you want to be in a band or you want to try something out, you should go on Tuesday to the V Spot or to one of these other open mics that are out there. But the paramount one in the area is the one that Rich hosts every Tuesday at the V Spot for NEPA Scene open mic. And anytime you could have that ticket completely filled with acts that some you would pay them to stop for sure,
but they're having so much fun.
But they're having so much fun, and everybody else not having fun usually makes me have fun too when I get to see them look horror. But they're great bands, and people that have done the thing for years and years will get up there and they'll do the thing again just for you, just for this one time, and that's the real magic of it. Or you get to kind of wet your ears and try stand up and make a fool out of yourself, or deal with some hecklers, usually me, and get what that experience feels like, because it's all fun. It's all in the name of bettering yourself and developing out your skill sets. And at the end of the day, you can't be a comedian without telling a joke. You can't be a musician without playing an instrument or singing a song. So go and do it, and then you're suddenly the thing, and you've already won, because there are 99% of people that make the decision to never do it, never choose.
Yeah, that's the hardest part, just doing it.
For sure. You asked. I'm sorry. I'll
did.
take the soapbox for sure.
I don't even know if I could
goosebumps.
end that better.
Can I make a huzzah noise again? Huzzah! Huzzah.
So
You know what? It's canceled.
MadTwisted.com?
The thing's
Yeah,
canceled.
MadTwisted.com.
Okay.
You order all my stuff right on there?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, support a small business and support this great new event coming up, so that they can do it again in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure you leave some kind of reaction, a like, comment, an angry one, whatever you want to do. But comment, share, all that good stuff. Help us break through the algorithm of shit that you're constantly being bombarded with, and get some good stuff out there, some good vibes.
For real.
So thank you all so much for tuning in. We will see you here next Wednesday at the same time, 7 to 8 punk time, around that area.
That's what I've been telling people lately. They're like, "What time does this start?" I'm just like, "How about you get off my shit? It's gonna fucking start soon."
Yeah.
Yo, just keep on paying attention. It'll be worth it.
Yeah, stay in the lobby.
I was hoping you'd try to change shirts again, so I could.
I did.
I was
try.
gonna get it and slam it over your head.
I
And
did try. I did try.
probably knock down this microphone that's
We
above us.
talked
They
too
just start
much.
wrestling.
We talked too
Yeah,
much. The
that's-
camera was never.
You're going to go right through this coffee table, which is great, because then
That'd
they
be
can just
awesome.
buy
Then
me
we
a
could
new
actually
one.
get the one we want.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No.
You should wait till Smashmaster Wrestling's in here for that to be the way that it goes. Really send it out with a bang.
Throw George.
Thanks
through
again,
it.
guys. Have a good
Thank
one.
you.
Thank you.